Claxby Hill. We had a very long, made Norwegian-style sledging.
No, not that.
We hurtled down, we hit one another.
Go and find her. Where are you going, Master? For a drink?
Okay, you guys want anything else?
3 butterbeers and some ginger and lime, please. 6 shots of giggle water.
Pete Earl Grey hot.
This snake juice is basically rat poison. Spent my whole life right here in Lackawanna County.
Drink, I like it.
I know, it's great, right?
Shut up!
And about 1 out of every 200 actually work.
Oh, wait, your jokes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just utter relentlessness.
I mean, I've told you since we were little, it's when it just like sparks in your head and you tell a joke, it's hilarious. But if you sit there and think to yourself, I'm going to tell a joke, no, that should be your cue to stop. Just don't.
You remember that episode in Ted Lasso where it was in season 3 where Roy Kent and Rebecca were talking after the press conference, and Rebecca goes, "Get out of your own way, man."
Yeah.
I felt that in my bones.
You took that to heart. Well, hey, everybody. Welcome back. This round is on me, a doctor and a lawyer. Cricket.
Walk into a bar?
Walk into a bar. Yes, it's the...
it's the OG crew.
It's the OG crew. I don't think we have ever risen to the point where we can use OG in a sentence. we
are the original trilogy.
Yes. Yes.
We are the
OT crew. That's it. That's the phrase on this podcast from now. We are the OT crew, which is odd since we were a duo.
We are the 58th variety of Heinz ketchup.
Wasn't there 2 identical characters in one of the Lemony Snicket books, and they called them the triplets?
Oh, gosh. Oh, yes, because one of them died.
Yeah.
The triplets died, but they still called themselves the triplets.
And they still called themselves the triplets, which was like hilarious and morbid all at the same time.
Oh, rest in peace to our brother Daryl and our other brother Daryl.
Well, the OT crew is here, and it is game night, and this is kind of a round 2 of a game we played. Gosh. Ooh.
Many moons ago.
It was episode. I went back and looked. It was episode 80. But we are playing Guess Who again, and we're bringing back that board.
Yes, I wish we could do images and show notes.
Yeah, I linked the board in the previous episode, where you could just have it show up there in the show notes.
Can you do it like the album artwork just for this episode is the Guess Who board?
So I have been sorry, we're going to talk shop here for a second, but I have been seeing different like cover art for podcast episodes. I will investigate that. So depending on where you're listening to this, you may see this board. But
way back in the day, we're talking 2007 podcasting.
Yeah.
I was listening to 10th Wonder, a Heroes podcast when that show was new.
Wow.
Yes, that was my first ever podcast.
Wow.
And that was the gravy train that led me to Steve Glosson for starting with that show.
I love that you called it a gravy train.
Well, I mean, those sweet southern dulcet tones of Steve Glosson, it's definitely gravy.
Nummy.
But when they would do an episode and they would get to the recap of the episode that they were covering, they would have screenshots come up of the episode throughout the episode. It changed. I've never seen that happen in a modern podcast.
We'll see if we can make it happen.
I've never not seen it happen in a modern podcast, and so it would change throughout the episode.
But I know we've had a recent uptick in subscriber count, which thank you, by the way. But in case you have not made it all the way back through the back catalog, in episode 80, we played a game of Guess Who.
Yes.
And with the twit. Now, this was the one that I worked on it for so long that my daughter was like, "Well, you don't play with me anymore." Okay, so at audio medium, I don't know, this is a visual board. I will run down the roster of characters on this board again, just so you can build the board in your mind's eye if you're driving down the car and you don't want to pull over to the side of the road to play with us. But starting from the top left and working our way across, we have PS1 Haggard.
I am so proud when you asked the question, does my character have toes? And I said no.
Because it would just be a trapezoid.
Because it was in
where its toes should
PS1
be.
graphics.
Graphics, yes, I was very, very proud of that logical train there in the last episode. But next is
Yes.
Grogu, arguably the character holding Disney's take of Star Wars together currently at the moment. Severus Snape,
Also holding Disney Star
Commander Pike,
also holding
holding Disney Star Wars together. At this point.
Captain Pike.
Okay, Captain or
Pike.
Commander? Captain. Okay, I remembered getting it wrong the last time, but I didn't remember what was right. Shuri, the current Black Panther. Hey, the chicken from Moana. Peter, our friend died in the tragic sunlight accident. the Nosferatu vampire from What We Do in the Shadows. Benoit Blanc.
Daniel Craig.
Our very own Gus the Grapefruit.
As illustrated by my wife.
Nick Fury. Oh, yes. Nick Fury. Dean Pelton. Ugly Sonic. Denzel Washington from Magnificent Seven. Hades from Hercules.
And then Denzel Washington's mustache from Magnificent Seven.
Yes, is the next square over. Hades, K2SO from Rogue One, Mary Todd Lincoln from Lincoln, the grasshopper from James and the Giant Peach, Goose the Flurkin from Captain Marvel, Molly Weasley, the horrendous scorpion hybrid Scorpion King, crying Matthew McConaughey from Interstellar, Kamala Khan's Miss Marvel, Bob Iger, Craig from Parks and Recreation, Red Skull, Zach Hacker, Zach Emphatic Pause Hacker, Jesus Christ, Deadpool,
AKA Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yes, like I bet you won't share this picture of Jesus to your timeline. It's definitely Liam Neeson.
Or Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan Kenobi. They both have some
yes, that's true.
have white
I love
Jesus
that they're
vibes.
interchangeable. Spock, Tim Cook, the Demogorgon from Stranger Things, and Sad Wanda. Oh, Sad Wanda.
I like how we have three business leaders on this board. We have Bob Iger, Tim Cook, and the Demogorgon.
I was like, there are so many that he could pick for comedic purposes. Where is he going to go? I love it. Bravo. Okay, how this is going to work, and if you are playing along with us, I am going to say we are each going to pick a character. On if you've got it pulled up, circle that character. I'm doing that character, the character that I'm picking in one ink, and then I'm marking the others out as we play the game. So that will be the equivalent of flipping the face down as you ask the questions. Now, Cody, I'm going to leave it up to you. Are we going to use abstract stereotypes as questions for this game, or do you want to go on physical attributes? Because when I built the board, I built it with several of these characters are gingers. Several of these characters are bald. Several of these characters technically have blue hair. And there's lots of overlap in all of the categories. So I'll let you pick for round one.
Why not both? Like, let's just see where this goes. Let's just see where this goes.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna pick my character. Got it. Cody, I'm gonna let you go first. Ask the first question.
Does your character have a good work ethic?
I'm going to say no.
No. Okay.
Well, can I say unknown?
Unknown. Okay. Then let me ask another question then.
You said let's see where this goes.
Yes. Let me ask another question then. Because if the choice is Zach Hacker, then that might be an unknown right there.
What?
Love you, Zach.
Zach Hacker is a gem of a human being and has a wonderful work ethic.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm unknown. So different question.
Okay. Is your character human?
As in, there's from Earth, no supernatural enhancements.
Is your character a human being and not an alien, or not
My character. I'll say this: my character is not human.
Your character is not human. Okay, so we are going to take off.
You have to say who you're marking out too.
Okay, we're gonna take off Severus Snape, Captain Pike, Sherry, Shuri, Benoit Blanc, Nick Fury, Dean Pelton, Denzel Washington from The Magnificent Seven.
Because we can't remember his name.
I saw that movie once 8 years ago in theaters. Mary Todd Lincoln, Molly Weasley is a human being. Matthew McConaughey is more than a human being. Captain Marvel is a human being. Bob Iger is a human being. I'm gonna leave Craig open. It's
to interpretation.
Zach Hacker is a human being. Qui-Gon Jinn, Tim Apple, and Sad Wanda.
Sad Wanda.
I'm going to leave, for the purposes, Deadpool, because yes, Deadpool is a human being, but does Ryan Reynolds transcend humanity at this point?
That's true. Did you know that his dad, actually his grandfather, was the creator of Reynolds Wrap?
That does not surprise me in the slightest.
I totally made that up because the whole Swift comment. I'm like, oh, they share a name. He must obviously own that company.
So that leaves me with PS1 Hagrid, Grogu, the chicken from Moana, the vampire.
Hey.
Sorry. Hey, Gus the Grapefruit.
Hey.
Ugly Sonic, Hades, K2SO, the Scorpion King, the Flurkin, the Grasshopper from James and the Giant Peach, Craig, Red Skull, Deadpool, Spock, and the Demigorgon.
I'm really feeling my emotions here. Okay. Is your character bald? Yes or no? Is he bald?
He is not bald, but it just brought me back.
Not bald.
He is not bald.
Yeah, the last time you talked about Gus the Grapefruit's peach fuzz, I'm like, he's a grapefruit.
I was thinking of Dean Pelton in that comment I made last time of does his sexuality transcend?
You need to go back and listen to it. It was episode 80. It was it made me so happy. Okay, your character is not bald.
My character is not bald.
Okay. I'm for approximants of hair, I would consider he does have these little wisps, but I'm going to consider Grogu bald.
Okay.
I'm going to consider Peter bald, Gus bald, Nick Fury, Dean Pelton, K2SO. He is bald. The Grasshopper is bald. Red Skull is skull and bald. Wade Wilson had all of his hair tragically burned off. And the Demogorgon, we're going to say, is bald. He's like, that feels a little diminutive. Sorry, didn't mean to insult your character there, buddy. Okay. Your turn.
All right. Is your character on the red side of the spectrum of colors?
On the reds? What?
Is your character red or orange? This is what I'm asking.
What? I'm trying to think of who that would eliminate for you, and it's like fully red or ginger or
describe it how you would.
Is my character red or orange? I'm gonna leave it to you to decide who you have to mark off. No, they are not red or orange.
Okay, so I'm taking off. Hey. Gus the Grapefruit, Deadpool, Red Skull, um,
Man.
and the Flurkin, because he's a ginger cat.
Okay. Yes, that's true. That is true. Has your character tragically lost a loved one?
Has my character tragically lost a loved one?
Like inside of whatever medium, that loved one's loss is well documented.
No.
Has not tragically lost a loved one.
Yeah.
I am going to take off PS1 Hagrid.
Okay.
I'm going to take off Snape. I'm going to take off Shuri. That was the entire opening sequence of Black Panther 2.
True.
I am going to take off Mary Todd Lincoln.
I think
It's very well documented that she tragically lost a loved one.
Many, actually.
Yes. Molly Weasley, Fred.
Rest in peace, Fred.
Spoilers. Sorry if you haven't read the Harry Potter series by now. There's no hope for you. I think. Well, no. I was like, I think Matthew McConaughey is crying at the loss of, but Murph she's still alive, so I'm gonna leave him. I mean, one could argue that when Bob Iger lost his CEO-ship of Disney, he tragically lost a loved one, but he spun that resurrection stone and brought it right back.
That's still TBD.
I think Qui-Gon. I would argue that Qui-Gon Jinn was the loved one tragically lost.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sad Wanda is crying at said loss. So I'm gonna take off sad Wanda.
All right then. All right then. Is your character sassy?
Is my character sassy? I would say yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna take off PS1 Hagrid. I am leaving Grogu. Grogu definitely has some sass.
Mm-hmm.
I am leaving Ugly Sonic, Hades, Peter. I'm taking off Peter. I wouldn't say that Peter had sass. The vampire. And I'm taking off the Scorpion King. So that leaves for me Grogu, Ugly Sonic, the Grasshopper, K2SO, Hades, the Demigorgon, and Craig.
Oh, he's just sass personified. Would your character prefer coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Coffee?
Yeah.
Okay, so I gotta take off my tea drinkers.
Who's the tea drinker here?
I'm gonna take off Benoit Blanc.
Okay, yeah, definitely tea guy.
I think he's tea guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take off Bob Iger. I'm gonna take off Tim Cook.
I respect the logic. Okay.
I'm gonna take off Spock. I think I'm gonna leave the rest of them. Considering that I sold my nitro infuser to Zach Hacker, I know he prefers coffee, so I'm gonna leave him on there.
Okay.
And gosh, Sonic drinks coffee.
Of course. Of course.
I mean, he is like if the caffeine jitters became sentient, like that is Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay. I love this. I love this so much.
Sonic. I mean, if Sonic the Hedgehog doesn't drink coffee, he's a Red Bull guy for sure. Like, just.
Oh, yeah.
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 All right. Is it likely that your character would burst out into song?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to take off the Demigorgon.
I get behind it. Oh, because the Demigorgon would yeah.
He doesn't seem the type to express his feelings in song. He doesn't seem...
I mean, we don't understand the music. It sounds like wailing and gnashing of teeth, but it's music to him.
True. It's all a matter of interpretation. I'm going to take off Grogu.
Exactly.
I'm going to take off Grogu, mainly because he can't talk yet, but I feel like he would be into musicals if he could.
He is.
Yes.
Like he's begging Mando to go see Aladdin for the 4th time. He is.
1000%. 1000%. Is Grogu a Frozen guy or a Tangled guy?
Oh, Tangled.
Yes.
Tangled,
He's a man
I
of
feel
class.
like that Exactly. I feel like that kind of more mimics because he was held captive.
Ooh,
And then
he
he went free. He was
true.
freed and went on adventures with a bounty hunter.
That's true. That's true. This was just off the cuff comedy. You actually made a point out of it. I'm impressed.
Rapunzel is his spirit animal, and he will tell you so.
He's jealous of the hair.
Exactly. Yeah, poor guy.
I feel like I'm gonna take off Ugly Sonic because I think Ugly Sonic I think regular Sonic would definitely burst into song, but I think Ugly Sonic would be the guy in the musical going, "Why is everybody singing?"
Exactly. Did you watch the Chip and Dale movie?
I did. I loved it so much.
It had no right to be that good.
It had no right to be that good. I feel like K2SO would break into song.
Yes.
Hades would break into song, but like a grunge metal cover of the Hercules soundtrack.
Yes.
And then Craig would burst into song for sure.
Oh, most definitely. He would be mad. Why isn't everybody else singing?
I like how this has become the Craig themed episode.
Yes. Of the ones I have left,
who do you have left, if you don't mind me asking?
I have. Okay, yeah. Let's do like a little mid-game recap of who's left.
Yeah.
I have Hey, Ugly Sonic, Denzel Washington, Hades, Goose the Flurkin, the Scorpion King, hysterically crying Matthew McConaughey, Kamala Khan, Craig, Zach Hacker, and Qui-Gon Jinn.
Okay then.
Okay.
All right.
Who do you have left?
I'm down to K2SO and Hades. And Craig! But Craig...
You're down to 3 characters?
Yeah.
Okay. How do I... Okay, it's my turn. How do I narrow this down very quickly? Is your character animated?
No.
That would have worked if it went the other way. There goes Hey, there goes Hades, there goes the Scorpion King, because that was very poor computer animated. There goes Goose. Still left with a whole bunch of... And Ugly Sonic.
All right.
I'm afraid that if you've got 3 left, you can just say, is it Craig? I say no. Well, that gets me down to 2. No, but you can't until you are ready to guess and in the game. You have to ask descriptors.
Is your character voice acted?
No.
Oh, sorry. I also have the grasshopper still on here. So I missed that one. I was like looking at this side of the board. I still have the grasshopper on.
Oh, okay.
So grasshopper is voice acted. I'm taking off Hades and I'm taking off K2SO. Huh. Okay.
I get to ask one more question. Is your character wearing some sort of accessory on their head?
No. Oh, I'm apparently just been hyper focused on this side of the board. I also have Spock left too on mine.
Oh, okay.
I've been hyper focused on this side of the board, which lets me ask: is your character Spock?
No.
All right, I got it wrong.
Okay, how do you want to handle this? Do I have to guess now since you guessed?
I mean, yeah.
I think by virtue of you narrowing the field down, that gave you the advantage. That when you guessed, that means I have to guess too.
Go for it.
Is your character Qui-Gon Jinn?
It is not. And I think you put it down on an earlier question because you want me to just say what my character is?
Sure. Yeah.
Captain Pike.
Oh no, he's still on the board.
Oh,
but I had to guess.
Yeah,
I had to guess.
Yeah, it was Captain.
I was down to Qui-Gon Jinn, Craig, and Matthew McConaughey and Captain Pike. Okay, so I was still in it.
You were still in it. Who was yours?
Okay. Mine was Peter.
Vampire. Yours was Peter.
Yes.
Why
you marked him off in the sass question. You obviously don't remember Peter from What We Do in the Shadows.
Didn't really like that movie all that much, if I'm completely honest.
I know you didn't, but Peter had his own wonderful dimension of sass.
I was wondering if you would take off Captain Pike at the tea or coffee question. Because
I left him at coffee.
Yeah, tea Earl Grey hot. We know Captain Picard is a tea drinker. That's what he's known for.
Yeah. Oh no, I left him on there.
One of my favorite lines from Star Trek is from Star Trek Voyager, and to contrast her from Captain Picard, Captain Janeway has a chronic coffee addiction. And they were running out of materials to replicate things. And they found materials in this nebula. And she goes, "There is coffee in that nebula. Make a course." And I'm like,
Yes.
there is coffee in that nebula. But, okay. Yeah. Very good. Very good.
Okay. Do you want to play again?
Sure. Let's do it.
Okay. Let's play again. And then at the end, though, you can continue to whittle it down through your questions until you have one left and you're ready to guess.
Okay. Sounds good.
We'll just change it on the fly. Okay.
Okay.
Let me erase all
The points are made up and the
these.
rules don't matter.
Exactly. Do you know what the show's called? The Doctor and Laurie walk into a bar.
Exactly.
I'm a couple rounds in and I did it my way.
I swear to
you
drunk,
might
I'm
be
not
now.
Thor.
Who have I not picked yet?
Oh, by the way, a lot of my students have recently subscribed to this podcast, and now
did they?
I am morbidly terrified of some comment that I've made over the course of 96 episodes.
No, listen, and we've talked about this before. I will not let it go out if it paints one of us in a negative light.
Yes.
Or if it's so. Believe me, I hope that my daughter listens to this one day. And
good.
that's kind of the impetus behind everything that I do. Okay, so I am going to pick. Okay, got mine.
Okay.
You got yours?
Yep, I got mine.
Okay, I'm going to ask mine first. Does your character usually give therapy, or does your character need therapy?
Ooh. I think this character...
So I look at it like, I feel like Tim Cook gives advice. People come to him for advice. I feel like Craig needs therapy.
I think Craig Federighi needs therapy. The man is masking a lot in that hair. Like, he's just...
Or maybe it's just an outward expression of the joy inside.
True. I think this character gives therapy, but would not be opposed to therapy when he or she needs it.
Well, no. Do people come to them for advice, or does this character need therapy?
This character, people come to them for advice.
Okay.
Yes.
So ooh, that makes it interesting.
Does the Flurkin need therapy?
I definitely think Snape needs therapy. Good Lord, does Snape need therapy?
Lord, yes.
I don't know enough about Commander Pike, so I'm going to leave him. Sure, he definitely needs therapy. Everyone goes to Hey for advice. Peter needs therapy. Gus the Grapefruit is just a saint.
Gus the Grapefruit is a therapy toy. Like, he's an emotional support. He's an emotional support grapefruit.
Hades needs therapy. Mary Todd Lincoln, good Lord, she needs therapy. Goose is pretty chill right now. Molly is very much sage. The Scorpion King needs therapy. Oh, Matthew McConaughey needs therapy. Kamala, I think she's pretty level-headed.
Yeah.
Bob Iger definitely needs therapy.
Especially
Craig
after
needs therapy. Red Skull needs therapy.
Red Skull would kill the therapist.
We both go to Zach Hacker for advice, so I'm moving him on there. I mean, Qui-Gon was literally a master who gave it back. Deadpool needs therapy.
Qui-Gon gave advice to 900-year-old Yoda. Like, come on.
True. Yeah. I mean, the Demogorgon had to buy a bigger couch in his rotting log for all the people coming to him for advice. Wanda needs therapy.
That was the whole point of WandaVision.
That was the whole show. Wanda needs therapy. Okay. Ooh, I got to eliminate quite a bit there. Your turn.
Now I'm going to ask the question: is your character a tea or a coffee drinker.
Ooh.
If Ted Lasso was on it.
It's not immediately evident.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we kind of need an updated board. Okay, for round 3, we'll make an updated board.
Let's just, every time we play this game now, we'll just add a row, and it just becomes progressively more absurd.
5-hour-long game of Guess Who. Tea or coffee drinker? I am going to say coffee.
Coffee. Okay.
Yes.
So, PS1 Hagrid definitely drinks pixelated coffee.
Yeah.
I think Grogu can go both ways. I think Grogu would be the coffee.
Wait a second. What was he drinking in that meme?
Oh, true. Was that Star Wars tea?
Was it soup? Was it
It was soup.
tea?
It was frog soup. It was like frog soup.
Frog soup. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think he is a man of refined taste, being a 50-year-old baby. And you said tea, right? Your character's a tea drinker.
No, coffee.
Your character's
character, I would say, is a coffee drinker. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, PS1
So
Hagrid,
mark off the tea drinkers.
Mark off the tea drinker. So PS1 Hagrid, he's British, kind of goes with the territory. Severus Snape is a tea drinker. Let's see. Peter would be a tea drinker. Benoit Blanc would be a tea drinker. I feel like Gus the Grapefruit is a lemonade person. Like, just
he's.
Oh gosh! I just realized
you're basically a vampire. Let me suck the life juice out of my friends. Okay.
I was worried that using the same board again.
Gus the Grapefruit doesn't need caffeine. He is fueled by a daily life of bringing joy to the people around him.
Did you ever see that thread of Star Wars characters and their coffee choices?
Oh, yes. Princess Leia doesn't drink coffee. She's fueled by democracy. Like, yeah, I knew exactly. I was like, how do I reword this for grapefruit?
All right. Dean Pelton is drinking something, and I'm not entirely sure what. Ugly Sonic, I say he's a coffee drinker. Denzel Washington's character, definitely coffee drinker, and black coffee at that. And if he lived in the age of McDonald's, he would take his children to McDonald's, order a black coffee, and leave. Hades is a coffee drinker. Mary Todd Lincoln is tea, probably laced with some sort of drugs by her husband. The Grasshopper is tea. Molly Weasley is tea. Yeah, Tim Cook is a tea drinker. I'm going to leave Bob Iger for his darker moments. You know... Craig is like coffee personified.
Yeah.
Red Skull is definitely a coffee drinker. Qui-Gon Jinn, I would say, is a tea man. Deadpool is a coffee drinker. Spock, I don't think drinks. So, or Spock would be tea. And
yeah, I'd put Spock as tea.
The Demogorgon would be coffee, and Wanda would be coffee. All right,
sad Wanda.
Wanda is that woman in Starbucks that we just know needs a minute.
Okay, is your character some form of creature?
Is my character some form of creature?
Actually, let me specify that. Is your character... I'll say it because I like the interpretation. Is your character human?
Technically, yes.
What do you mean technically yes?
All will be made clear once the game is over.
I mean, has no... Other than if they were a wizard, which I think there's only one wizard on here, and that's Molly. No, there's two.
Yes, the character is human.
The character is human. Okay, so
but
I'm gonna mark off.
You'll understand what I mean after you find out.
I'm gonna mark off. Hey, Sonic, Gus, Grasshopper, the Flurkin, the Demogorgon, and K2SO. I'm just gonna let Hagrid. He's half human. Okay, that's where I'm gonna stop.
All right. Would your character kill you if you cross them, or plot your untimely demise if you cross them? Not necessarily kill, but just
untimely demise.
Untimely
I don't know
demise.
how you can interpret that anywhere else.
Well, would they try to ruin you? We'll just say that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that leaves Grogu. Captain Pike is just nobility personified.
Okay.
Shuri would try to ruin somebody. Would Hey ruin somebody if you cross them? No. Peter would. Benoit Blanc, I'm going to leave there just for because you kind of never know with a guy like that. Gus the Grapefruit is happiness personified. He would be he would be a new addition to Ted Lasso, in terms of just the epitome of great mental health. Nick Fury would cross you. Dean Pelton would try to ruin you. Maybe not well, but would.
Yes.
Ugly Sonic.
Denzel Washington would, but he'd be justified in doing so.
Yeah. Hades, that's the whole point of Hercules, was to do that. K2SO would. The Flurkin would. The Scorpion King would. Matthew McConaughey wouldn't. Kamala Khan wouldn't. Bob Iger would. Craig would. The Red Skull, yeah. That's just kind of his thing. Zach Hacker would hug it out.
Yep, and over coffee.
Deadpool would. The Demogorgon, yeah. And Sad Wanda would.
Yeah. Does your character have long flowing locks?
Long flowing locks. I wish, but no.
There has to be some flow to it. That takes off Hagrid. That takes off Qui-Gon Jinn, Molly Weasley, Kamala Khan.
I wish this character had long flowing locks, but they do not.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, mid-game break. Who do you have left?
I have Grogu, Shuri, Peter, Benoit Blanc, Nick Fury, Dean Pelton, Ugly Sonic, Hades, K2SO, the Flurkin, the Scorpion King, Bob Iger, Craig, Red Skull, Deadpool, the Demogorgon, and Sad Wanda.
Ooh. Okay, I have Commander Pike, Nick Fury, Dean Pelton, Captain Pike. Gosh, I'm going to get that wrong every time. Captain Pike, Nick Fury, Dean Pelton, Denzel Washington, Zach Hacker, Spock, and Tim Gunn. Tim Gunn! Oh, he is the master of making it work in the supply chain, if you know what I mean.
As we all...
Tim Cook.
Is your character human?
Technically.
Okay. So that takes off Grogu, Ugly Sonic, Scorpion King, the Flurkin, and the Demogorgon. I'm going to leave Red Skull, even though there's a movie reason he says he's beyond humanity, but I'm going to leave him there anyways. As technically human. So, all right.
Has your character ever been to space?
No, my character has not been to space.
Has not been to space. Okay, that takes off Captain Pike.
Pike, yes.
That takes off Nick Fury. And that takes off Spock.
Yes, it's a Star Trek after all.
Okay.
All right. Is your character related to the House of Mouse?
Character related to the House of Mouse.
Is your character part of the Disney Empire, if you will?
Yes.
Okay. So Dean Pelton was a Sony television show on NBC.
Okay.
The Magnificent Seven was not a Disney character. I'm going to leave Peter because What We Do in the Shadows was on Hulu, and I cannot remember if it was part of the Disney subsidiary. So I'm gonna leave Peter.
It'd be
Benoit
weird if I picked Peter again, but
yes, Benoit Blanc is that was a Lionsgate movie, and it's on Netflix, so it's not
Okay.
part of the Disney
Okay.
empire. I feel like Craig is a Disney adult, but NBC is Universal. All right then.
I can see things that would let me narrow it down pretty incrementally just based on physical characteristics, but I'm wanting to get okay, weirdly, does your character have some fairly iconic facial hair?
Yes.
That marks off Dean Pelton.
Hmm.
That marks off Make It Work. Tim Cook. Sorry. Okay. Okay.
Is your character related to technology? Does have any
Related?
work with technology, or is technology, or
I mean, technically.
no, beyond just like they own a phone? Bad question.
No. Yes, they work with technology.
They work with technology. So I'm going to take off Hades, ancient Greece, that sort of thing. Nick Fury works with technology. Red Skull technology. Deadpool technology. I'm going to take off Wanda.
I mean, she may have had a fling or two with technology. One could argue.
You're not wrong. Okay, you're not wrong.
Is this WORK or WERK? Which work are we working with here?
And I'm going to take off Peter, because I feel like Peter, in his ideal state, is that of a Luddite.
Yes.
Being 5,000 years old.
And you are correct. I did not pick Peter twice.
Okay.
I was going to say, is your character wearing black? Is your character wearing a hat? Is your
Are you going to make your guess?
No, I'm going to ask one more question just to be sure.
Who do you have left, if you don't mind me asking?
I have Zach Hacker and Denzel Washington. Both have fairly iconic facial hair. Both are wearing hats. They're both wearing black. Okay, let me ask you this. Is your character pointing?
No.
Like, it's Zach Hacker.
It is Zach Hacker.
You picked Zach Hacker. Yes.
Now you understand why I said technically yes, as far as human is concerned.
What?
That man transcends humanity.
That's true. Okay, well, I'm on the board. You can continue asking your questions.
Okay. Would your character look good in a suit?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm going to take off Shuri, Red Skull, and Wanda, and K2SO. Okay? Oh, I have to keep asking.
It's still
we're
you.
Done. We're done. Was going to say, does your character have a body count? But that's pretty much everyone who's left.
Oh, my. Is that your question?
No, because I'm down to Nick Fury, Deadpool, and Bob Iger, and I'm pretty sure they all have a body count.
Okay.
Papa Iger, please don't send the mouse at me. It's a joke. It's a joke. Does your character... I was going to say, does your character own a phone company? But that's Ryan Reynolds, not Deadpool. Does your character have known scars?
Known scars?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so that takes out Bob Iger.
Something here.
I'm down to Nick Fury and Deadpool.
Okay.
Is your character handy with a sword?
Unknown, but I would assume yes.
So, is it Nick Fury?
No.
It's not. It is not.
No.
Okay.
No. It's Red Skull. And I will tell you where
The suit question?
You lost me. The suit question.
Hugo...
Have you seen Hugo Weaving in a suit?
Oh,
he looks great in a suit.
Because he had his
everything from the neck up is terrifying. But the suit would look great.
And also, when he had his human mask on, he was Hugo Weaving. So that
He was Hugo Weaving.
Yes.
Who was in a suit.
And I liked how both of our characters were in the same corner of the board.
Yeah. We got. They were right next to each other.
Imagine if we were both. Imagine if we were both Zach Hacker.
They were both at Big Zach Hacker, and the questions eliminated him at some point. We'd had to go back and figure out where. Well, guys, if you made it this far, this round is on me. Thank you for stumbling into our pup today. Let us know how you did if you played along with this Guess Who board. The link to the board, as I said at the beginning, is going to be in the show notes if you want to play along with us. Cody, I will pick up the tab. And if you want to help contribute to the show in a money-free way, find us on social, interact with us there. We've got a pretty great Facebook pub. Everything will be linked in the episode notes. But if you want to help to actually produce the show, join us on Patreon. It's patreon.com/doctorandthelawyer. We've got an exclusive podcast that's already up there, mine, Potter Plus. New. I am delayed a little on the second episode just because this time prepping for Wizard Fest is nuts. But my next episode, I will go ahead and tell you, is me finishing the Fantastic Beasts series.
Can I at least add, since I wasn't on the episode for Wizard Fest preview, that I am so excited for it. I've been with you since day one, since that year one in 9-degree weather, and you had half a lung. Like
I know.
We'll just leave
and this
that.
is going to be so.
We'll just leave that out of context.
It is going to be fun. I have got the gift basket. If you come to the show, we'll tell you how you can enter it. And currently, I'm going to put more stuff in it. I have the first 3 illustrated editions of the Mina Lima book. I have a prop replica book about all of the travel inside the Wizarding World, and I have 4 house-specific decks of playing cards from Theory 11, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, Slytherin, and Gryffindor that are in the pack. I'm going to add more stuff to it, probably throw a bunch of 90s Magic stuff in there too, just because I love it and I want you to have it. But yes, if you're coming to Wizard Fest, we will be on the B-Hope stage, which I did find out where we will be. It's Saturday at 4 o'clock, the live show. Come to Swish and Flicks show at 2 o'clock too. They will be doing a live podcast episode at 2 o'clock. I will be there, front row in the audience, to yell out recap with Tiffany whenever she does the recap for their episode. But again, thank you for listening. Thank you for the support. I'm going to head out of here. I am Ugly Sonic.
And I am Zach Hacker's Flowing Locks.
Luscious Flowing Locks. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Are you kidding? I'm working.
All right, I'll be right there.
And grab the Marie. Go!
Goodbye, my friend.
Made one, snapped in two, which was I.